Hey everyone, welcome back to UE5BP Guru. Another filler tutorial today before we move on to the encounters. There's probably going to be a few of those coming up over the next few days, just while I'm working through everything. Now today I want to show you how you can get some like the typewriter kind of spelling out the text you want for your dialogue. For example, let's have a look at this. Hi, let me heal your Pokemon quickly. I shouldn't be calling that Pokemon. I actually did see that and should have changed it a while ago. But you can see it kind of, if I press it again, it scrolls it out, it types it out like a typewriter. If I close this down now, it's actually very, very simple to do. Let's go and have a look at one of my dialogue boxes. Let's find it. It's in third person. Let's go to widgets, and I've set it up as a dialogue box, but I've also got a battle dialogue widget that I've kind of changed slightly. But let's have a look at this one first. So this is what I use for our Dr. Linetti. Let's go over. So basically all it is it's a name text box. They're both text boxes. One's named name, one's enter dialogue here. They've both been binded to something, which we'll look at in a second. If we head over to the graph, this is the code, but we'll talk through that in a moment. So I've set up 3 string variables, one called name, one called full text, and one called display text. What I've done then is if I click on the name, I've made it instance editable, and I've also got it expose on spawn. I've done this also for full text, so we've got instance editable and expose on spawn, and then we have our display text, which excuse me, is going to be what drives where we're at in the process of typing out our letters. This will all make sense shortly. If I open up our Nurse Joy, you'll be able to see what it looks like when we spawn the widget in. So let's go to creatures and find Nurse Joy. So when we press E on the Nurse Joy, we create our dialogue widget and we add it to the viewport. Normal sort of stuff like when you're spawning in your HUD and things like that. But with this one, where we've exposed on spawned those 2 variables, we can now plug in our name and dialogue. Now for these, I've created these, so I've also made those expose on spawn, so that when I click on my Nurse Joy, I can type the name in and type what I want them to say. But you could also do this a different way. So if I open up one of my NPCs, my trainers, should I say even, they're all NPCs. If I go into where my trainers are and I open up my trainer master, very similar setup, but actually I'm holding it within my trainer information, which we will cover down the line, but I can change the trainer's name and also add in a bunch of different dialogues, one of them being the defeated dialogue. So for example, when I click E on the one over here, this one here, thanks for the battle, we will work on getting stronger. So we've defeated this trainer, and it's giving me that defeated conversation code, that string. So how do we get this this to happen? So on our event construct, we start with a delay of 0.02. Now, we could use a for each loop. I know some of you are going to say for each loop, but they ignore delays. So what will happen is it will just spill out ridiculously fast, and it will just appear. It won't have that typewriter effect. I learned this from someone else. This isn't my original tutorial thought, so I will link their tutorial below. Go and check them out. Because they're the one that led me on to not using the for each loop. So 0.02 seconds, then we do a sequence. Now the first sequence we want to add the next letter. So we get our display text, we get the length of that display text, and then we add 1. And we're getting a substring of our full text. And then we're setting our display text. If you remember, this is the one, the full text is the one that's exposed. So that the full text knows what we want to say. Our display text is what's showing us the route to get to there. So every time we add 1 to the display text, it knows to get the substring of the full text, and then it will count along how many we need and then just keep adding them all the way until our full text and our display text equal the same. So if there's 20 characters in our full text, it will make sure the display text eventually reaches 20 in there as well. And if it doesn't equal, it loops back around to the delay, it waits 0.02 seconds, and then it does the first lot again where it's adding 1 to it, it's getting the substring of the full text, and then we're setting our display text until they equal. Then we wait 1.5 seconds, and then we remove the whole widget. So again, you can see this working quite nicely with Nurse Joy or Dr. Linetti or whatever you want to call my in-game healer. And you can see it happening, and then 1.5 seconds goes by, it removes that, starts the next one, thanks for stopping by, and my team is now healed. There's a sneak peek of another Ringmon there in there. That was going to get shown off on its own, but it's now being shown off in this video. So hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully the little typewriter effect is unique, useful in your video game. But yeah, very short tutorial again today. There's going to be another one either tomorrow or Saturday, a very short one, talking about splines again and how we can sort of use them to create patrolling enemies or moving cameras, etc. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. We are 42, 41 away from 1,000, the first check mark for YouTube. So if you haven't already, check it out. Hit that subscribe button, leave a little like, leave a little comment, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.